so it's back on now. Yeah, I just figured that I would yeah. Hi Andy. Yeah, so I was just saying I've been away for a long time. You already know the reason, but yeah, mental health issues, and my parents. Oh, sorry, my mum. She's not well. She's never gonna get better. Doc thinks she won't last Christmas, so she's outlasted what my wife thought, and definitely what yeah, definitely outlasted my wife. And I thought maybe the end of August, but she's doing all right, and bless her. That's the only thing you can really do. Nah, it's all good. But I started seeing a psychotherapist. Had my second session, and I'd already decided I was going to start doing these again. But she confirmed that I should return back to stuff that I love doing. There's a lot of things I've given up in my life, like photography. That's all gone. But definitely taking small steps. This is my first one. So and then I was like, well, what am I going to do? Do I redo Pac-Man? My heart is in it, but I figured that the best thing to do would be to so I just figured that I would what's the right word? Yeah, I'm going to go back because I pretty much did everything in Bomber that I needed to, and don't know what that means. Entertain the prolly. AMK. I don't see if I don't know. I don't even know if the box is up and running. That doesn't mean it's not. It'll be up here if it is. Oh, lights are on. That means it was off, and I've just turned it on. But yeah, so we've done a lot of housework. We've got a new hotel bathroom now. It's beautiful. And we've kind of spent my pension money next week. There you go. That's an issue. 4.5 hours sleep last night. So can't believe OBS hasn't had an update. So what I wanted to do was I'm going to redo Bomber. I've got some ideas. I want to make it so it's still traditional as it was, but I want it to be different. It's like, well, quite a lot different. Oh, with regards to the heat, I bought a little USB portable fan. You can plug it in, it recharges. You put water in the top and soak a sponge. There's like a filtery thing type in it. I soak it in icy water from the freezer, and it blows out quite cool air. They call it air conditioning. It's not. It's a fan with water. I've got a big one. Big heater. I think it's downstairs now. It is downstairs, and it's like it's the size of an air conditioning unit, but you have put icy water in the bottom of that, and then it does the same thing. It soaks some sponge, some fabric or something, paper I think it is, and blow air over it, and it just cools it down. So even when it was like, bottom of my garden got to 45. This room 35, but yeah, it does make a difference. And I had the little one on the windowsill sucking in warm air from outside, blowing it on me and my wife. So I don't think I need to see this anymore because I put the chat on my laptop, and we're actually only about 10 seconds behind, so maybe that'll go longer. So anyway, decided I've given up with CBM PRG Studio. 3.13 came out in 2018, and it's crazy that it's got all the stuff that we want to get done. So I've spoken to John about that. Oh, here he is. About he should probably look at doing his own one, do it web based, so anyone can use it, irrespective of operating system. So I think he could if he went up, but most of the stuff is what we've said, and then he'll see that on the replay. So actually no, because now you're online, it's very boring. So actually, yeah, I had a lamb shank. My daughter cooked me a lamb shank. I don't know what that does. I've not updated my thing for a long time. I need to have a look at it all, but what I did want to do briefly was I think in the past somebody had asked me about my setup. So doesn't matter whether I'm using PRG Studio or VS Code, because it works the same. All my stuff gets stored on my D drive under C64 and then projects. So in here I've got everything that I've looked at other people's stuff. All my shit goes in there. And then I built a NAS box on a Raspberry Pi, which is on this disk, and I've just literally copied the projects folder, so that gets stored up externally. But I also have this laptop, whoopsie, and which is what I'm going to start using for my chat and stuff, because I found that I thought it might be easier. And on there I've got VS Code, and I also have PRG Studio. I also have the Z drive mapped. And what I do then is, it's not running on here. Here we go. Let's do that. I have real-time sync running. You look for free file sync. You can create a batch file, and then it monitors the D drive, which is my local where I save stuff, and the Z drive, which is on the NAS. Any changes that are made, and I use timestamps to differentiate it. And the NAS you can actually configure as to do version control, so you don't actually overwrite it, you just keep old revisions in the background. So if I made a change on here, which I think I was doing, under projects. I know I don't know GitHub that well though, and then also I think there was an issue with something else. But if I go test 5 here, and this works without the internet as well. You don't need to have the if you lose internet, which how many people do that, it does happen. So this was done on the D drive. It will still sync, and I still won't lose it. But once I get back into this again, maybe if there is a way of, I don't no, but one is also a Git server too. Open Media Vault, yes, yeah, that's what I think it's what it is. I don't know. I can't remember. It's on 11. It is Open Media Vault. But now that will have synced to the Z drive. It syncs it within a second. And today's date, 1932, that will have test 5 written inside it. And then that gets pushed up to my laptop. Yeah, QNAP sounds. I've worked with those, and I think the one I want to get is an 8-disc one, but they're great. And that's exactly what I use it for, the Time Machine. But I'm sure Open Media Vault does it as well. But I just did it for a local thing, because it's not. I use the NAS for other stuff, and I thought, I'm using it, might as well. Really? Yeah, I was like that when I was contracting. Now I have to make do. Although with my pension money next year, I am getting myself a new PC, and a new graphics card as well. But we'll see what happens with those. So anyway, I'm gonna do Bomber. I'm gonna make it. I want to make it a multi-game thing. I want to have the ability to Mrs. OSK's Thor. I think that's something personally you shouldn't be talking about, because if you've made a Thor, then you need to use lubricant or something that will stop her getting to Thor. But yeah, I want the Bomber 64 to be a multi-game. I'm going to make it so that you don't always come down, but you do have to bomb. She calls her dildo Thor. Yeah, you need to stop. And then I thought, well, I could have a refueling bit. So you have to refuel. You have to call on a tanker to refuel. I just thought I'd try and make it a bit more interesting than the original, which was just going around and then dropping the bombs and then landing. And that's my goal. I was trying to think of a third one, maybe for ammunition, not too far. And also I'm going to have it so that stuff can fire up, and they get maybe replaced every so often. So because I know I can do just the Bomber one, because I've done it before and John's got my shit code. So and the Pac-Man I'll probably do in the background, and I will rewrite that and get it labelled so to a point that I can get to carry on broadcasting it again. So yeah, that's it. Missiles. Yes. I don't. There will certainly be something like that, and then I thought an occasional barrage balloon could probably go up. And you will have the ability to go left and right yourself. You can go off the screen and it'll carry on in the same direction. You can change direction, and the bomb will either fall straight down or depending on which way you're going. I know the maths to do that now. And yeah, I just thought that might be a cool take on the Bomber. program. And then I was trying to work out how I'm going to do the buildings, and I might do the buildings twice as wide and have that as proper damage as well, because I think before it would go down a certain amount, but I thought if we do this, a bomb could do a radius of 3 or something, I don't know, but that's what I thought. And then obviously no, I don't know if I've synced it. So I've got those. So I've left the sprites on this computer, I think. And that was the reason why I wanted to make sure everything got. I have to look into this Git. I'm just here we go. And try and figure out how to do this. So this should just pop over shortly. There he is. So I've done that with Spike Prad. I think I've done it with this one. So I can close that. Yeah, so this is what I've come up with so far. Now there isn't. I thought there was a way of getting, like, putting a load of sprites on the screen at the same time. A bit like the character map, but I can't work out how to get it on. But anyway, front, back. That's the thrust, the afterburner, they're the three that I've come up with so far, and that's going to give me my plane. Oops. And the big problem is I've never used this very well, so oh boy. So yeah, and then the character set, I think I just did the words at the letters at the moment, because again it's not something I'm totally familiar with. So that's my alphabet. Got to do numbers, and then got to start putting the building characters in and ground, but we'll see how that goes. I can only overlay 2 sprites and sprite pad. I don't even know how to overlay 1. I don't know why that keeps opening on that screen. Has overlay. Oh right, okay, no, that's not what I want it to do. I want to have oopsie, I want sprite number 2 to appear. So what's going to happen is if I move that back to where it was, is it that? No. Is it this? Anyway, I'll figure it out. But the back of that ends up on that, and that would be my sprite, my player sprite. See, it's times like this you see that you think, oh, actually, you know what, CBM Program Studio is very good. It's just so behind now. Even that other one does all the languages for Commodore, doesn't it now? Basic 7, 5, and Mega 65 as well. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't even know how to start. Because I'm not brilliantly familiar with this either. So I end up looking at what's his face's code, John's. I guess I should import stuff and put the memories around. So I know the memory locations because I'm using the same as my Pac-Man source. So and I really like the way that goes. No, the sprite data is up quite high up. Where's Pac-Man? Well, all that is the same. I know it's not. That's what I've got. Oh no, I'm reading the wrong one. Yeah, that's not right. That's not the right number. Letter. It's meant to be DDOO. Oh yes, I could, Gary. Absolutely could. And and I think I've done that before. Yeah, I agree with the kick, and you could have everything open. You could have an open source. I don't know if it would be open source. You'd if everything was web based. You could have a routine that used your local kick assembler to do the assembly and then run it within Vice. People might not like that because that means a web program will be controlling stuff for your own computer. But could you put kick on the web? Technically, you could. Whatever you do, you would have to have a download. You'd have to have some sort of download to download the program from the web page onto your own computer, and then it will do either run kick locally, maybe a routine that runs the kick and then launches Vice. That would probably work. All this will have done is nothing really, nothing visible, which is good. At least it's changed its colour, which is what I was wanting. And then that's interesting. How does this work? I've never seen this really before. Because why would you be using it at work? Send it to Elevate. Yeah, that would also work. But things having it web based would also mean that everyone could use it, irrespective of what computer operating system they're running. Where is my memory? I thought I had something that told me where all the memory places were being used. Maybe it's in another program. Maybe it's in that jet fighter bomber. It's not in that one. Here it is. So that memory will give me, I might as well put this all in. So this is going to be Bomber V2. By me. Right, so yeah, so the screen is that's right. The char set, right, so right, so that's now in the right place, and now I need to Now how does he, I don't even know how to do any half of this. What does he do? What do you do, John, for, you want to install, what have you written that I've had a look at? If I can close that now as well. Literally 10 seconds behind. It's really funny. I know I need to. Oh, you mean like labels and stuff? No, I just wanted to get how to link in your what is it called? The characters, the sprites, so that they're going into the right areas, and I can start putting the sprites in, and you'll see that, well, I can then see how they're going. But I've got to work out what project I've done with you that has a character going in that's been done on Visual Studio. Oh, 3D Maze. Now, I haven't got much on there, but right, so you import. Oopsie. Oh, but then you use Petsky characters on that, so there's nothing on there to import. Bollocks. So I need to look at Nico. Is probably the best thing. Oh, Hunchback. Yes. Yes, I think I do have Hunchback. Yes, I do. I don't know if I have yours. Oh, hang on, what's this? Actually, I'm lying, I do. Right, what the chuff is it called? Game? Logic, game, quasi. None of those. What? A quasi. So, what do? You clear. Oh, right, okay. So, that's different. Oh, no. Oh. Right. So you do an import. So I would have to go into here, file, export, binary. I'll just do that for the moment. And then character set is at $F. So you have star equals $F. Then you call it something. Okay, so character. So this appears then in the Kick Assembler memory viewer, I'm guessing. I don't know why you've got Charles colon. Oopsie. Import binary. And then I'm calling it that. No, that shouldn't break anything. And I get a clear screen, because I will do, and that means I've now shown that I've redefined the character, which means it's picked it up because the first character is now a blank space. Cool. So let's put that into character set 1. Oh, so this must be just whatever it is. So then sprites, I can do the same now with sprites at F800. Wish I knew there was a way to do that automatically. So I don't need that now for the moment. I'm not doing it anymore. Yes. Alright, so there's the other one. So if I go File, Export, Binary, and call that sprite bin. Shit, I don't know. Let's hope it's that. Open and file location, so that is in the right place. Is that all he does? Yep. So again, that should then, this should just still work. I should get then get a problem like I'm doing. Why is that not started? I don't know, that means the sprites aren't right, I guess. Import, export. File, export binary, export sprite set. Maybe I should leave it as blank. I am confused.com. Oh, does this not create a program file? Okay, I don't know then. There's got to be something to do with that though. Because that makes it work. Oh, I wonder. If it's exporting them all. So that says 10k. Still 10k, so it's not that then either. Don't know how it could be 10k if there's only 4 sprites. 3 sprites. No, I don't think it's that. And the blank ones count, you have tons of them. How many sprites in the sprite pad? I don't know, reduced to 10. Why the trough door? Oh, there! 4. See? I know. Well, it is on, but I don't know if it's working. Because I haven't done anything with it for a long time, so that'll be why it's not working. You can export sprite set as whatever, as blank, I'm guessing still, and that will then mean that that will probably work now. It was running out of memory, wasn't it? No. Did I not press enter? Fuck's sake! I hate not learning. No, I haven't. There you go. Right. This is what I love. I love doing this. It's very embarrassing when I don't know what I'm doing. But I don't give a shit. Let's just save the project for the moment. And then, oh, what does that say now? 1k. There we go. This will probably work now. Oh, this will probably work now. Yeah, it is. Woo! Okay. Right, well that's a good start. So I've got the characters in, I've got that in, and they're in the right place. No, I'm not using. I've never used plank. And I thought if I Actually, do you know what? If I did that and then I turn the volume up, does that? Oh, and then if I go back onto here, there's a way of getting the chat screen up, isn't there? Because I showed John about it. Twitch chat, is it that? It is! Twitch chat. There you go. Fucking I remembered that. Which means I still don't need that then. Right, brilliant. Oh. Okay. So, really early doors. Now, so that means I've now got my sprite memory down here. There we go. Brilliant. Now I know I'm also not going to have the full height of the screen. So I really need to try and draw it out. I can close that. Again, this is where Program Studio comes in useful, because you've got a screen designer. I don't think I can do it. I can do a map editor, but I'm not really trying to draw a map, I'm trying to draw a screen. So this is going to be 40 by 25, which would work. Let's just do that for the moment. Paint. So I'm going to have about actually what do I really want to do? I suppose I really want to have the stuff at the bottom. A line for the scores. Well, that's not going to do what I want it to do, but I could have the score. High score. Lives. Fuel. Health. Actually, I wonder if I should do. I wonder if there's something we can do about. No, because the idea is that he has to land on that bit. So I don't want him to land somewhere else. He's got to refuel in the air, and something could happen that will have to come about. Is that all I need? Yeah. Okay, I could do that, I think. Okay, so if I can do, see, I'm not going to need to have that there then. Oops. Still don't understand. This thing, I know it meant to keep it all together. Does that mean then this should also have it? I'm guessing that would still work. Yep. Okay, so so then for the main loop, I want to load I've got to use these constants, do1, 2, isn't it? No. So this will be raster loop. So I reckon, so it's at 25, if there's 25 lines, we 4 to 3, 22. 22 times 8, 178. $176 plus 50. $176 plus 50 is 226, and E2. That's not what I wanted. I Why is that coming up black? I thought that was a built-in colour. It is a built-in colour because it comes up with 14. What if it's that? It's that. So that should give us the two colours. But then that's resetting because it's changing it when the raster gets to 0. But the extra bit is written. I think I can force. There's I'm sure I can. I think, do I not have to? This one. Yeah. Bollocks. It's not that then. if I load that bit, I want to test if bit 7 is a 1. Fuck. Might be me. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But actually, I'm wondering if it needs to be, if it's only set. Is it meant to be set? Oh, hang on, I've got it somewhere. Oh. Really? Can't be that simple. it be that? No. I'm trying to make it so that it's grey, it's black, all along the bottom. So at the moment, I've got this black bit here, but I want the rest of it to be black. And this will be line 255. So this is when the D011 gets set. So as it's going around, I don't want it to do this bit unless VCR1 is set to 0. I'm wondering if that's in the wrong place. I wonder if that should be here. Yeah. Yeah. That I know, that's what I was trying to get it to do, but then that's what this VCR one does. But I was doing it at the wrong place. I was testing to see if it's at 0, which it was. I don't know why it wasn't taking that VCR one first. But anyway, it's doing what I want it to do now. So that's a good start. Display sprites. Let's see if I can get the sprites working. So the colours. The multicolour is the same. The colours are going to be independent. So I can load. I can't fucking get used to that. SP2. Grey. Yeah. Yeah, I explained at the beginning. So how are you doing, Spandex? I've just had a lot of stuff going on in my life at the moment, and actually, me coming back to this is a good thing because it's trying to put back into my life something I really love doing. So that's the reason. But yeah, I don't want to bore everyone again. Oh, it's raining. Raining nicely. So the colours I've got is interesting. I don't use black, I don't think, yet. I'll put it down as black. Oh yeah. Thank you. But yeah, a lot was just down to mental health stuff. My mum is on her way out, and my dad's not having an easy time of it, and I basically wiped myself out with COVID twice now, and also travelling down. I was seeing them originally every other weekend, or might be every weekend, and I was having no downtime. I've stopped riding my motorbike, and I love my motorbike. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try and do this once a week on a Thursday. Today is Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, at least once a week. I mean, last time I was doing this, people were begging me to do it on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I said I wouldn't do that to John. But they were bored with his voice, and who wouldn't be, to be honest? He's not biting. I want the multicolour. There it is. So it's black is one, and fucking hell. Don't know why I just don't do that. So that's and then white. Actually, I did see a couple of comments about that. I'll tell you something though. That Vision Basic is really good. It's so quick, but it's a bit like programming in Forth in some respects. But the fact that you can mix basic and machine code all in the same thing, it's really good. Quordle. So let's put them on the screen. Where am I putting them? So if that's at 150 and 24 behind it, um, 150 minus 24, which is, okay, 70. And then, oh, but it's not. I've got to knock 6 off of that. I've got to add 6 to that. E, F, 80, 81. And then LDA 24, 25, oh no, 24 off of that. Off of that. So $109, which is 6D. So that's them in the right place, in the right order. I've got to assign the sprites. I'm going to nick that from not from that one. That is in Bomber. I'm wackied. 4 hours sleep. 4.5 hours sleep. Is it? I think I put it in setup. No. Initialize. Yeah, it is. 80 is sprite 0, which is blank. So oops, 81. Store that at SP. It's not that, is it? No, it's the it's that screen RAM plus. Interesting, it's not in here. So dot label. It's 2048 minus 8 plus 20 for 2040, which is what? 7F8. So if I alter that, that will alter. Sprite pointers +1. That's the nose. So LDA #$82. Early start in the morning. I'll night Gary then. I'll store that in sprite pointers. So that's the nose, tail and afterburner. There'll be a sprite enable, SPREN, I hope. That's expand, there it is. So I want sprite 0, 1 and 2 on, which is... Actually I can just do it that way. Is that enough? Find out. No. Which means that's not right. No shit, Sherlock. So there's a way of calculating it, isn't it? Oh, fuck's sake. Shows how much you forget when you don't do it. So, okay. So the sprite point is going to be at F800. Calculator still open. So we're in bank 3, so it's 16384, which is that's what I thought it was going to be, plus sprite pointer value times 64. So I've got F8 divide that by 64. Oh no, idiot. It's F8 minus C000 divided by 64. 224. That's E0. So I think that should be E0. E1, E2, and E3. No. Bollocks. Right, I wonder if there's a... Okay, so if I use the debugger, I can at least see if the thing is loading into... Um, F800. F800 is loading stuff in there. How does he do it? Oh, you do that, do you? So if I go Shift F6, I can't remember the good screen to have. No. Oh, that might. Well, it's not really the one I want, but why is that running? Right, so F800's got shit in there. If I now load it, it gets emptied. So there they are. Oh, I haven't said on multicolour mode. So, so it's definitely F800. So I've got some math wrong. I don't know why that break didn't work. Oh, because I'm loading it in and then it's starting, so it's not hitting the brake. So the maths is plus sprite pointer value times 64. So it's 49152 plus 64 times F7. 49152 plus 64 times oh fuck. 49152 plus 64 times 224. So it should be 224, which is E0. And E0 is what I've set the thing up to be. So the sprite pointer so it's at 07F8. So 07F8, I got rid of it again. So 07F8 minus 0400 3F8 plus C00 C3F8. Sprite pointer should be equal to C3F8. That's why. Because I'm a bell end. And it's at C0. So my everything was right. The only thing it won't be on is multicolour. Fuck. It's not right. It's 3F8. I've just done that wrong, haven't I? It's 3F8. It's fuck. So it's currently 07 F8. Yeah, it is minus 0400. Oh, fucking hell. 07 F8 minus 0400. It's 3F8. It's 3F8, not 7F8. 7F8 is the natural one. If it was 0400. Give me a plane. There we go. Colours, oh, right, okay, so now I've got back to, I did have the pointers in the right place. So that should be E1, 2, 3, I think. Oh, right. I got them the wrong way round. The first one is in multicolour, and the second and third are in high res, and I'll fix that now. So it is I'm guessing it's that one. That do 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 da, 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 da. Oh, I'm gonna have a sneeze. Oh no. So DO1C. Yeah, it is. So one is multicolors, so that means I've reset them all to be single, to be high res, and then I set that. So that should now give me, oops, I just pressed that button. No, what am I getting so terribly wrong? That's definitely sprite 0, sprite 1, sprite 2. So, sprite 0, sprite 1. Oh! Right. I just need to get the positioning right now. So, let me just make that background black. Oh. Okay, it's because I did that. Right, so that will be, let's go that for the moment. Okay. Oh, no, it's not 68. It's 6D, I think. That looks create. Oh, that looks great. Oh, it's close. Needs to go forward 1. 6C. Well, I thought I wanted it. The original one. There we go. The original one was like an old sort of biplane or something. And I thought, well, I want to do missiles. I was thinking along those lines. So, well, that's what I was thinking, I suppose. 60 minus 24, 16th, so that's 6.5. Too far over now. What is? The plane's right. Although I'm not sure about that. I think I might have missed a pixel. Oh yeah, the afterburner is just so I get the position of it right. The afterburner will only come on at certain points, but I'm not sure what I'm going to be using. It might just be that I'll make it come on and off every so often, and oopsie. I think I've got 5 Commodores running. Uh, 6.8, 6.6. Yeah. I think that's alright. Should get rid of that extra. Anyway. Oh, yes. Falcon Patrol. What does that sprite look like? That could have saved me a fucking nightmare. Give me some images. Oh no, I don't want a video. Well, it's not mine. Thank God. So I've not ripped that off. Interesting. Interesting indeed. It's not exactly what I was going to do, but look at that in the back of my head. That must have been what was going on. Wasn't going to have a radar. Certainly was going to have some sort of a fuel situation, which meant you have to refuel. and the aim is to land. You have to oh, crumbs. Okay, so now I wrote a program long time ago. It's sort of the first program I ever actually was able to do, and I based it off of there was a games compendium called by Cascade, and they had a program in there called Jet Fighter, which was shit. It didn't work right. So I fixed the basic version so I could get it working, and then I thought, oh, because I have not done assembly code, as unfortunately John will painfully attest to, and I thought, if I go for something very simple, Jesus Christ, how hard was it? Even though it was, to me, it was a simple game, it was incredibly hard to do. So, but it taught me some bits. It taught me I can't code. It also taught me that I think it might be this. It also taught me that I can, I can learn. Oh, it is this. Right, I've never done a smooth scroll before, ever. And I figured that out on my own, which I was really surprised about. Up and down menu. Whoopsie, it's not highlighted. An up and down working menu. Oh fuck, I bet there's no joystick on. Oh, allow key set joysticks. Key set A. What is key set A? Oh, SX. Okay, I know what it is. Alright. So yeah, I'd never done this before, and I had music running on it. I had instructions, and this is the original game. There were a lot of things wrong with it still, but it makes a noise, although I can't hear it. It should be making a noise. I might not have enabled sound. Oh, there we go. So, engine's running. Ew, ew. It used to do that, I don't know why it's not. And the idea was you had to land. And to do the math, and something wasn't perfect, but I was pleased with it. So so this was my first ever completed game, more or less. Wouldn't say it's completed, but you did crash. It does detect if you land, and yeah. So I had a lot about this getting it to go to the other side of the screen, and I thought, well, I'm trying to do Pac-Man at the moment, and then I've not lost face, but I can't remember a lot of it, and I figured what would be easier is to yeah. For a noob, you're telling me it was friggin' hard. But yeah, and now I thought, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to redo that, because I know a little bit more now, and I want it to be like a multi-game. In that, so you're going to have to refuel for one. So I'm intending to that when you're out there, you're going to be bombing because you still got to make a runway, but then you'll be able to fly up, go up somewhere, and it'll go to another screen where you have to line up with the tanker and fill up before you run out of fuel. I'm going to have it so that the enemy we're trying to defeat, they will be able to occasionally bring out some guns or missiles, and they will they will be firing at you. Don't know if it's missiles that will track you or something else. And I want something else, another sort of game in between, so that it's not the same. But then someone's just said Falcon Patrol, and I thought, oh, and it is a bit like Falcon Patrol would scroll, and I don't want this to scroll. I want it to have the essence of Bomber, but with some more things to do in it. I thought about having a barrage balloon perhaps going up, which would prevent you, but you'll be able to go left and right. You'll be able to go down, which will save you fuel, but every time you go up you'll lose fuel, because it always takes more fuel to accelerate if you to climb. And if you accelerate in the direction you're going, that will also make you use up fuel. And if you go slowly in the direction that you're going, that will save you some fuel. So there's some more maths to do in that, but I think that none of that is beyond me now. And that's the intention. And without going, well, if you watch this again at the beginning, yeah, this is all to do with my mental health, and I'm seeing a psychotherapist at the moment, or a psychoanalyst, I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff I stopped doing, and I stopped coming online really probably way back in March. I went on holiday, caught COVID, and then I've given up a lot of stuff. So she said it'd be very good to get back into doing something again that I really enjoy, and I love doing this. I love winding up OSK when he does his streams, and yeah, and before we all started this, I just show people my setup a little bit, and then they all start shouting "Git" at me, because I understand the principles of GitHub, but I do need to oops. Oh, fuck's sake. But I need to I probably need to look a lot more into it to get a really good understanding of it. It didn't break. A load of cans just fell down. So that's really, honestly, you're about 5 seconds behind me. Opened. Yeah. Git desktop. Right, yeah. I'm sure it does. But I just need to. Yeah, it's stuff. I'm too old for all this shit now, and stuff that's new to me upsets me, and I need to understand it a lot more. But I will. I'll have a look at this Git desktop. I'm sure that's something that OSK's told me to do as well. So what I've been doing on this is I've got my plane, and that's going to be the sprite. Bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I think that'll be alright. And it may be that I'll make it scroll a little bit. I don't know. I can do that, I think, because if I can do one line, I can do more than one line. Yeah. So now what I need to do is, this is going to be dark grey. Black and white, and then the colours in the loop. I'm going to go back to being light blue. So that should, I'm hoping that will now be a better. Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. See, that's when he goes and does, oh, you can do this. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I think, no, because we did something, and I think it might have been on this machine actually. But you see, if I can do it on another machine, then I know I understand it. Because you've got this master thing down here, which I know you showed me about. I have no idea right now how to make this into a new Git thingy, and so that's because I don't understand it, unfortunately. So yeah, see now this isn't right for me, because I think this is going to be for this, which is not what I want. So but for now I know what I'm doing. You have to load the directory on its own. Well, what have I done? Isn't that a... How do I close this then? Oh, I wonder if well, now I've only got this on its own. Source control, initialize repository. Okay. Oh, this is all voodoo. Voodoo, voodoo. Right. Going back to shit I do understand. Why have I got two? Oh, come on. Add the change. What change? See, this is what I mean. Now I'm doing shit that I don't understand. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. That'll do. I'm back to... Oh, okay, right, I don't know. This is what I mean. I'm doing stuff that I don't know, and I'm just going to end up breaking me. So I've got the colour, I've got the thingy. I do need to draw the buildings at some point. I've got a movement routine that I can just drop in. Ah, now see, I'm not sure about this bit now, these raster loops. I wonder if that should be done through an interrupt now. Because in here is where the main code's going to have to go, main loop code. It's going to be in there. So, now I already have, so there's no point reinventing the wheel. My Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Oh, that was done through a keyboard, not a joystick. Oh, bollocks. What used the joystick? This one. Yep. Okay, so this is something I get stuck with, and that's the difference between, oh, where's constants? Constant means it's always the same. So in here I want to put in here hunchback. I want to have a memory location so if I read the joystick, oh, no, we had a constant. I forgot on the joy port. Kernels. So joystick is, oh for fuck's sake. Three, 4, 3. Is it all going to be in there? DCOO, DCO1. Okay, so if I remember rightly, that's joystick A, isn't it? Joystick 1. And that's joystick port 2. And we should be using joystick port 2. CIA PRB. So we're going to load that, store that in joystick. Fuck off. So I've now got that, which means I don't need to read it again. And then I can load it again. And it with now then, don't need the percent. So I think I can go BQ and that's going to be down here, so we're going to have a player up, player down, player left, player right, and all that's going to do is just store where they're going to be going to, which means I now need so that means now I've got that, I can player X and player Y. Oh, is it? Branch of not equal. Okay. And then I need to load joist. Going to be down. That's going to be okay. Just joystick down. Capital. So this will be an easy one. This will be deck. So that's that. And then to move it's not to move because that's the move. So this isn't going to take into account the 255 at the moment, but and then I've got to do the maths, haven't I? To do the differences between 80 and 6E. So I've got to remove 12. And then C minus 64. Is A. Oh, it's my wife. Oh, check. I'm just gonna mute. How are you? Yep. I'm broadcasting to the world, to all my fans. And I'm back. It wasn't that long. I haven't seen my wife as she's been away since Saturday morning. She left before I woke up. So that you set, is it? Okay. So that should now give my sprites the ability to... Oh, I think it does. We'll see. Fucking awesome. Okay. So that is wrong. That should be A. And then what I need to do why is that going up? Let's just make sure. So they're all going up at the same time, which is good. Well, they're the wrong way around. And why doesn't comma... Which means these constants aren't right. Fuck off with that stupid NAS. Oh, it's not going to work either. Oh shit, that's where I live. For good luck. Exclusive or... Oh right, why is that? So can I do that? Oh right, you're flipping it. Well then, okay. Okay, that works. Well, that's going to be fucking oh, maybe it's not going to be complicated. I want to fix that plane. Okay. So it emerges that my wife had gone to play bingo and she chose a book of tickets, and she's very good at winning bingo. So she chose a book, and my sister-in-law nicked the book. So my sister-in-law won 40 quid. Which is a pain in the ass. Yeah, we can do the MSB. do. Yeah, right, okay, I like that, it's better. Okay, so now then, so there is something. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm tired. And I don't think I've done it in the best way. I just wanted to get something up and running so I could see what it looked like. And I've already done the MSB. There's quite an elegant way of doing it. I think I nicked it from. I saw Shannon do it, and it's a very elegant way of doing it. So I need to look at that. And there's also a speed element I want to do, so that at the moment it's doing it so it only moves when you press a button, and I want to change it so it'll always move in that direction. If you press the button again, it will go quicker, maybe up to twice as quick. I don't want it to get too quick. I don't want it to be like Nico on mental, evil mode. But yeah, it was a nice start. It was nice to start going back to doing this again. I have missed it. I just didn't think it was fair on anyone to see me in the shit that I was in before. So thanks for your company, and hopefully somebody will benefit from this if they're afraid, both mentally as well as Commodore 64 assembly. Alright, thanks a lot guys. Have a good evening, have a good weekend if I don't speak to you soon. Alright, take care. Cheers.